3, 2, 1, go. Okay, there we go.
Dude,
should have
first
done it
try.
like more close to my mic or something.
They were synced up. Look at the waveforms.
Wow, the waveform looks exactly like it's supposed to.
Who's going to introduce it? Who introduced this?
I'll introduce, dude. I am in the middle. I am the host. The camera's crooked.
I hope I can see you guys. No, whatever. I don't care.
You're supposed to be on there. Like I had you on there.
Do you want me to make sure everybody's still on there?
No, we're talking about it. We're good.
Hold on.
Don't want to move around too much, you know.
Right. Welcome to the. I pressed the button.
Is it still recording?
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast. This is. What podcast is this?
It doesn't have a name.
It's for the Corn Dog Social,
To be
right?
determined.
To be the TBA podcast. The TBA Corn Dog Social podcast.
TBD.
To be
determined, not to be
Determined.
announced.
Oh.
Yeah.
Duh.
God, we're already off to a terrible start.
You don't know.
I know.
Yeah, well, you don't even listen to podcasts, so who are you?
That's
I
a
did.
fair point. Who are you to say that it's a bad start to a podcast when you're not even
I've
a
listened to more podcasts
listener?
than any of you.
No,
Yeah.
I doubt it.
I've been listening. I started listening to podcasts in
every fucking
2010. I'm still
That
going
is
strong.
that is true.
Yeah.
That is
You know what?
true. But
I'm
you
pretty
stopped.
sure
When you
I've
stopped.
listened to a podcast before.
No, but it's been a long time. It's been 9 years I've listened to podcasts. It's like a straight 9
I guess
years.
when you started the Rooster Teeth podcast, is that the reason you started? The
No,
podcast?
I started that in 2011.
Whoa.
End of 2011.
That's
The
great.
day that, remember we moved, like we were moving my place down the street. I had the couch and we were carrying it down the street to my new place.
Yeah.
That was the day I started the Rooster Teeth podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Hey, I'm Martin. That's Keelan. That's Cam. And we're the Corn Dog Social. Today we're going to
That's
show
the
you.
name. Oh my God! Why did we not think of that? It's the Corn Dog Social Podcast.
He said it earlier, I'm pretty
That's
sure.
exactly
Yeah,
what
It's
I
on
said.
record.
Why did we not? Did he say it on the?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I said that on record. Yeah, I was like, it's the Corn Dog Social.
You know what's also on record?
And then you were
Cam
like, it's
doesn't
to be
listen
determined.
shit.
Yeah, I think that's.
But if we're going to be the Corn Dog Social, should we not be Joseph Tennis, Anthony Backflip, and Bobby Muscles?
My name is Joseph Tennis. This is Anthony Backflip. That's Bobby Muscles. And this is the Corn Dog Social.
And it's gonna be hard to get used to that name. Like, that's my new name now. I'm
I'm
going by
totally
Cam
down
anymore.
with the name Anthony Backflip.
I can call you Bobby forever if you want.
Just call me Bobby now.
I'll just
Call
call
you
you
Bobby.
Or
Bobby.
you call me dumb anyway. So what?
Yeah,
does it
I
matter?
actually,
I'll
calling
call you
Cam
Bobby.
already.
Everybody start calling me Anthony.
Hey, you saying Cam is a weird thing. I don't like
Yeah,
it.
when I say Cam,
Or if I say
notice
Martin,
it
if I
every
say
time.
Martin to you, it sounds weird to me.
Yeah, that sounds weird to me too.
Yeah. So I
Like
think
when people call me Martin. Hey, Martin. Martin.
yeah, Riley calls you
Tim.
that. Yeah.
Hey, Martin. I don't like it.
That's weird. It's Martin.
You know what my name is in Spanish? Martin.
Martin!
They called me that in high school a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, but they would do it high pitched.
I remember that. Oh my
You're,
God.
that's how I used to refer to you.
See, you were in high school
Because
too.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Gabriel, what do you do?
He's got that joke where he's got that friend Martin. He's like, "Hey, Martin!"
Oh my God.
Is that why people did this?
Yeah, that's
Look
exactly.
at your audio,
that.
dude. It went from like nothing to hey.
Oh my God.
Dude, can I see my levels? No, my levels are fine.
Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry.
Oh
about it.
yeah. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Know what I mean?
Sorry, he gets really loud when he does it, so I felt like I needed to get that really
What is
loud.
he like,
right?
Italian or something? What?
No, you never heard of Fluffy, the comedian?
Fluffy.
Yeah, his real
got
name is
really
Gabriel
glasses.
Iglesias. Yeah,
He's fucking hilarious. He has
Never
so
heard of
many
it.
Yeah,
buses.
yeah, he's got
the
a friend-
Volkswagen bus.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's hilarious.
yeah. He's cool.
You know who I like too? Louis C.K.
The guy that fucking jerks off in front of girls.
Best guy ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least he asked. I don't
Yeah.
want this on the internet. I don't mean it. I did think he was funny before he was a pervert, though. Or I guess
He was a
the
pervert
whole
when he thought
time,
he was
yeah.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a pervert the whole time. I guess I
You
just think he's funny.
You didn't know it.
I don't approve of.
You don't have
him.
to condone his actions just because you appreciate his comedy.
I thought his show was genius back when it like was out. And
Louis?
Louis.
I never watched it, but I heard good things about it.
It was so good.
I don't think I ever watched it.
It's so good.
You know who I love? Anthony Jeselnik. That guy's hilarious.
I don't know who that is. Let's not talk about him.
Yeah.
Fine, fuck you.
We don't really know anything about
Yeah,
comedians.
we don't know.
I like Dave Chappelle, and that's about it.
Chappelle. I like that guy too. He's the guy that said "fuck your couch," right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good guy.
I haven't really listened to
I
much.
quoted him earlier today, I think.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah, up in the mountain where I was not smoking.
Oh. Yeah, Martin smoked a bunch of weed.
Damn, now I really don't want this on the internet.
He's a bad boy.
We're gonna just have to blank it out. What if he just beep? but now nobody will know what I'm
legal here,
doing.
dude. We're in Canada. Who cares anymore?
My parents.
Why would you ever show this to your parents?
But if it goes on the internet, they could just happen upon it.
Probably type in Joseph Tennis and just find it all.
I think that'd be pretty hard for them to find. Are they that computer literate? When
yeah,
it comes
dude,
to
they know
find-
everything.
Do they
have a
know?
Google Home?
Imagine if they find it now. You've called them computer illiterate.
Yeah, dude. They're
Yeah,
gonna
but
be
do they-
listening to this. They're gonna be like, Martin smokes weed.
Do
and
they-
Cam makes us.
do they even know your YouTube channel?
Yeah, my dad does. Holy crap, my dad does.
They don't know our corn dog.
YouTube channel.
How are they going to find out the corn dog social? They're never going to find. They're going to be like, my son, corn dog social.
Well, you know what they're gonna do though? They're gonna be like, oh,
One day-
my Martin Munoz Ernest. Oh, my name is Martin. Oh, Joseph
Dude,
Tennis. Corn dog social.
You're going
I just
only.
told everyone
We're
to
not putting your
find
name anywhere on the corn dog
Or
social.
what if
It's
we
just
become
Joseph
famous?
Tennis. We're not going to become famous.
We're not gonna become
But
famous.
what if?
If I became famous, I wouldn't care that my parents knew that I smoked weed. You know what I mean? I only care because I need a real job still.
You have a
they're
real
not gonna-
job. You're a drafter. That counts.
Fuck you, I'm a steel detailer.
I don't have a job
That sounds like you polish steel.
with your mouth.
Yeah, but I mean,
Oh.
people will ask me what I do, and then I'll tell them I make fucking buildings. Know what I'm saying? 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 Know what I'm saying?
That makes you sound like an architect, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, see what I mean?
You should go to school to be an architect.
I hate architects.
Fair enough.
They make my job hard.
Yeah, but
They
you would
go
be the
like,
person
"Oh,
that makes people's job
This is
hard.
what I want, and I go, fuck you. It's almost impossible.
But then you can make the people
Not
that have
really,
your
no.
job now make it hard for them.
Exactly.
Would-
You wouldn't
Yeah,
matter to
being an
anyone.
architect would be awesome. Honestly. Remember when we would when Minecraft was on alpha?
Yeah,
and
dude.
we would make
You would mostly do everything when it came to the building. I just like to
Yeah.
explore, but you were really good at building shit. Actually,
dude, I would make beautiful Minecraft statues and buildings.
a toilet,
and
we made a working toilet
a
once.
working toilet once.
Yeah, I
when it
still can't
wasn't-
believe that.
Right when they put pistons in, we were like, gotta make a toilet.
Yeah,
That's
Did you ever
unreal.
play Minecraft, dude?
Not that much.
he didn't play it until we or not.
Online.
I've played it a
He
few
was-
times.
I remember when I met you, and again, probably. And did we remember how we met?
Oh, fuck. We've been over
We
it a few
remembered it, and then
times.
we lost it, right?
Yeah, we've been
Anyway,
over it a few
Yeah.
times.
When we met again, I remember you like Dark Souls.
Weights class.
Weights class. Dark
We're
Souls.
getting buffed together.
I was.
Yeah, but what was he doing then?
He was just hanging out.
Yeah, I was just there.
Oh, okay.
I was bench
That
pressing
sounds like
the
you
bar
too.
and stuff.
I don't see you lifting weights. I just see you sitting there hanging out with everybody.
Hey, shut
I
up.
remember
I bench
having,
pressed that bar.
Whatever, dude.
There
He
might
didn't
not have
put
been any
anything on the
weights on
bar.
it, but that's besides the point.
You like
It's 25
SpongeBob?
straight pounds.
You like SpongeBob with the fucking stuff he's on his barbell?
Yeah, that's
exactly
me.
what But like SpongeBob couldn't really do it. He was
Yeah,
couldn't do
That's
it.
like the first episode too. I think it was the first episode where he's lifting that.
I can only do marshmallows. I
Exercise
can't do
room.
teddy
Oh
bears.
man, I can't believe it. I guess I used to love the. I always thought I loved old SpongeBob, but I didn't know I loved the
No.
first and second and third season.
Dude,
of
yeah,
SpongeBob.
it's funny because I watched the first 3 seasons and I was like, this is like where all the classics are and this is amazing. And then I got to the 4th season and I was like,
This
the
is
fuck
when they
changed?
knew what they were and they fucked everything up.
it's like it got goofy and it wasn't. I mean, it's always been goofy, but it was like goofy, but like it had like soul to it. That
Soul.
was their own. And now then they kind of like drifted off into just being goofy and like almost shock humor, and it kind of ruined it. They have some good episodes sprinkled throughout. Like, you know that episode where Mr. Krabs is his shell, he molts out of his shell.
Yeah.
That's from season 4. That's one of like the better episodes from that season, and even that one wasn't that great.
You're way too versed in SpongeBob for me to even contribute to this conversation. You're probably right.
I just finished watching.
He's giving me season 1 through 3 of SpongeBob right now, right?
Yeah, they're on there right now, so you
They're on
can
there
watch
right
them
now.
later, and then you'll be just as well versed as I am.
Yeah, dude. Don't listen to you. You'll be fine.
Sweet.
No,
I'm supposed
seriously.
to be
though.
saving my work on the USB.
Well, there's nothing on there but
This is more
SpongeBob.
important than work.
It's only has SpongeBob. Oh man, I actually lost it for a bit and started using my own USB for work, and I was like, they'll never notice. Then I found it. No, it has SpongeBob on it.
Yeah, who cares? SpongeBob's more important.
Can I have an Altoid?
Yeah.
Fuck. My bad.
What? I swear to God, that was fucking empty when you gave it
got
to me
another one.
before. Okay.
To the ground. Look, you can see there's one on my base because it fell all over the place.
Okay.
Cam made $100 off of Altoid boxes.
It was
That's how much he is.
$50. Yeah.
I can exaggerate.
I have like
Why do you have
I can
$50
exaggerate
worth
if I
of
wanna-
Altoids?
no, I had like because I have them so much. I have like a box full of empty Altoid tins in my closet
Why do you eat Altoids so much?
because I like Altoids. I don't know.
Damn, can I have another one?
But I had another box sold. I had like a big box full like 2 years ago, and I sold the whole thing for $50.
I used to like blue ones. Why don't you like the blue ones?
They don't sell those anymore unless you find them at like a candy shop. These ones are the ones that you can find.
I think that's
Dude, these are good for rolling up a couple of joints and shit. You can fit a joint in a lighter, a couple of joints in a
Yeah,
lighter.
so
and they're
people,
no
that's what
problem.
people like when I posted them for sale. They're like, "Oh, I'm just weed smoker, huh?" I'm like,
You were like,
I smoked so
Altoid
much
eater.
weed, I just got so much Altoids. Filled them shits up with weed. Yeah, that's what I did instead of getting a container
candy
for all
before
the weed.
drugs.
Oh man.
So anyways,
Now what
about
are we talking?
Scientology.
Oh, Scientology. We need a computer, dude. You gotta be a computer guy. Oh, I guess I can have my phone out. No, I can't.
I can use my phone, but it's
Oh, yeah.
My phone isn't a phone.
terrible.
Your phone's
and
a calculator.
really
What do you want me to
slow.
look up?
Scientology, you know.
You want me to read it out to you? What Scientology is?
Well, maybe not just read it out, but some interesting facts that we can tell.
Okay, yeah.
Like, how do we-
I don't
even
know.
start?
I don't
How
know
do we-
anything at all about Scientology.
I-
I don't
I've-
even know what it is.
I've gotten pretty deep into Scientology, and I'm still confused. Like with L. Ron Hubbard, and
Mhm, yeah, he was the founder.
yeah,
He
and
was
then
actually a
his
science
son.
fiction writer too.
Yeah, though that's what he did.
He was, yeah,
He's a science fiction writer that basically made his books to a
That's-
fucking religion, and then his religion was like, oh,
Isn't that
must be
all
it.
religion though?
No, it's
Yeah,
evil.
essentially. Essentially,
Imagine the shows when they make fun of religion and they go like, oh haha, it's like believing in this stupid thing, it's the same thing, it's like me, I'm thinking
like
of
believing
doing
in
it.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man's
like,
real.
Spider-Man's real, I believe in him and I see him, and I read comic books, people like, oh, it's the same as religion. It's funny because religion sucks.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing.
Scientology is like the same. It's like a parody of religion,
but people
but it's
actually
real.
believe it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how bad it is.
I've got some facts here. This is number one, which is what we
Okay.
just talked about. Scientology's founder was a science fiction writer. As it says, yeah.
Yes, which means that he made the whole thing up and then said it was real, right?
And number
What's his
two,
name?
the founder of Scientology once told his wife he murdered their child.
Did he?
Hubbard is an extremely
Did he?
controversial figure, particularly for exhibiting paranoid and abusive tendencies, with the church seems to have adopted as well.
So once you get into the church, they go like, oh, this is for outcasts and people that are, people that don't fit in, and you can fit in here, and then they make you leave your family and you can't talk to them because they're what are the negative energy or some shit like
Yeah, I don't really know that much about it.
And then they make you cut off all your friends, cut off all your family unless they become Scientologists, and you can't talk to anyone unless they're a Scientologist.
So it's like a
And
cult.
It's a cult. It is a cult, but the religion is a cult. That's debatable. And
I agree.
There was one instance I remember a few years ago. I think I talked about it on the University podcast where a woman was held prisoner on a cruise ship for 12 years by Scientologists. Do you remember that happening? This was like
Oh,
2011.
I think I remember hearing about that, but I never looked it up or anything. I wish I knew a little bit more so I could be like, oh yeah, this and this and that.
Yeah, Valeska Paris says the Church of Scientology's leader David Miscavige
Yeah, David Miscavige. That guy's crazy.
imprisoned her on
That's the
the
son.
free winds when she was 17 to prevent her mother taking her away from the controversial religion. Yeah, so they trapped her on a boat for 17 years.
17.
Or no, 12 years, sorry.
12 years.
It's a long
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Scientologists believe mental illness does not exist.
Mental wellness does
Mental
not
illness.
illness. Oh, yeah. Obviously, it doesn't.
No, well, I mean that makes
What about
sense.
what about what they actually believe in? Like their gods, like it's a giant spaceship that's gonna come to Earth and kill us all, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Or there's this giant squid or some shit like that.
You guys really got to watch the South Park episode.
What
if
about
you
the
haven't
Church
seen
of the
it.
Flying
You know.
Spaghetti Monster? That's a good one.
We gotta look up.
That's my.
Well, that's a
favorite
fucking
church.
parody one for sure, right? With the way they have it's Pastafarian is what it's called.
Yeah.
They wear the
colander.
Yeah, the
on
colanders on their head, yeah.
It's a legitimate religion.
yeah, they go like the driver's license. They get their driver's license photo and they have like a colander on their head.
Yep. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's good.
It's sweet.
Colander? What is a colander?
Like a strainer.
Yeah, like a noodle strainer or like a pasta strainer.
On
Yeah,
the head
yeah on
Yeah.
the head.
to protect themselves from aliens. Or
Let me look.
I don't know. It's their religious.
It's a
headdress.
parody religion, but they made it like a real religion because they're like
Because
there's freedom of religion in this country, so why not this?
Yeah, I think it originated in Australia. And this guy's got a picture of it on his driver's
Yeah,
license. I don't
Lindsay
recognize
Miller
it.
Pastafarian with a colander on her head. This guy here.
Look at him. Why can't we do this religion, man?
You could be part of it.
You could become Pastafarians.
There's no reason that you could.
I'm so excited.
It's an actual religion.
Or they believe in this flying spaghetti monster. I'm sure you've seen this before.
You haven't, dude. This is the first time.
What?
It's the flying
There's a whole
spaghetti monster.
Wikipedia page on him and everything. He's amazing.
Okay, I gotta look this up. We gotta do some kind of research for this shit.
Oh, he's my favorite.
Okay, this is the first Corn Dog social podcast ever. That's probably never gonna get released or anything. But we're gonna edit it.
It's more of
I
a
made
test.
it a little
He's
tricky
gonna
for
edit
Cam
it.
in that
You're
I went
gonna
away
edit
from
it.
my mic and talked on your guys'
Well,
mics.
yeah,
for a
it's not
minute.
gonna matter. It's
It's not gonna be that bad. But what you should try, I think what you should try is see if you can do that zoom into different faces when they say something thing.
Well,
Can you
that's
do that?
more of a multiple camera kind of thing.
Dude, we'll be
No,
able
dude,
to do
they-
that
like, they,
because you and I each have PlayStation cameras. We could
But
totally
it'll be
record.
shit quality though.
What are you talking about?
Would it? I mean, does that matter?
Yeah, we want good quality, don't we?
But I mean, it's better than nothing.
Didn't you say your
If you
auntie
use
has
your-
like
I'll have to get a fancy
your auntie
camera.
has like a Rebel camera or something, doesn't she? You said
Yeah, probably.
if we could just use one of because I got a camera there. If we were to set it up, have it on each one of us or whatever.
No, man, do you guys know? Do you guys know like YouTube channels like that? Why am I blanking on the most famous YouTube channel? T-Series, and then there's PewDiePie.
Yeah, PewDiePie.
He uses the one camera, I thought, and then he just zooms in on random shit, and it looks shit, but they do it for fun. It animates it and makes it fun.
Well, it's more of like it's almost like a humorous thing, not so much like an actual like in the Rooster Teeth podcast where they cut to the other person.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying
That's what I was thinking.
I'm just saying. Like,
Okay, then yeah. If
whoa, do something like, oh, he said something funny.
if you show me an example of it, I can do it.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, I'll show you an example. They made this movie about, you know, the what's up bird that goes like, do you not know that?
That's
It's
Woody
the
Woodpecker.
Looney Tunes.
Woody
Yeah, that's who it
Woodpecker?
is, yeah.
That's Woody Woodpecker. Yeah.
Yeah, they made a movie about him, a live action movie, and it's the most horse shit thing I've ever seen. Like I know I've seen just like clips from it from this guy called I forget his name on YouTube. That he was just like, oh, you know, it's a movie and it sucks, and I'll tell you why. But like the clips he showed, it was horrible.
Oh, it's 2018.
Yeah, it just came out.
Wow, I
it's
didn't realize
horrible. Like, you know that fake zoom in that they put in post. They didn't even, like, all the cameras were still, and I guess they thought it was too boring, so they did fake zooms in post.
Yeah, so it wasn't like
on a real movie.
Yeah, it wasn't like a dolly zoom like they're supposed to use.
No. It looked so bad, and
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Got a 14% on
I
Rotten
understand.
Tomatoes. Yeah. Not so
That's
good.
it. 14%. Yeah, well, that reflects it. 4.2 in IMDb. Well, that's just
IMDb's
says how
always
good
got better score.
IMDb
Yeah.
says.
That's unreal.
You know what's unreal?
What?
I couldn't come up with anything. In time.
Good joke.
Thanks. I pressed buttons again.
Well, we have. Is it recording already?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, it's still-
now our
yeah.
podcast is over.
No, you paused it. You paused it, you dummy.
Oh, that's no good. Should we clap again? Oh, no, wait,
So
no.
you're gonna
I'll
be-
fix it. I'll
you're
figure it
gonna
out
be
somehow.
missing some fucking audio.
We're clearly not very good at this. We're very new to this.
Let's not post
See,
this
you're that
one.
new to this? That's going to be in both mics, and you can
We
line
don't
that
have to
shit
share this
up.
one. This is more like a practice. Like I can put it together and I can show you guys. And you
Yeah,
can
put
kinda
it up on YouTube in a private, and then
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
watch
put
it
it
with
on
Amanda.
the
Hi,
screen.
Amanda. I'm on TV.
Hi, Amanda. I'm on the
Amanda.
internet.
What, Amanda?
What we were talking about before, like a long time ago, when we wanted to do a podcast where we actually had like a little set, and like it was
Yeah.
about conspiracies. I actually wrote like a bunch of shit on my computer about the JFK conspiracy because we were going to do that.
I was really looking forward to doing those
really
podcasts.
I really want to know about JFK.
Because there's-
I don't know much
there'd
about
be
like
that.
the Corn
structure to
Dog
it.
Social Ask an Expert series.
Yeah.
What's a conspiracy about JFK? Is the video tampered with?
There's like
Is it
that
is it
that it was the
because-
government that killed him, or was it really Lee Harvey Oswald, or was it the government? I mean, it seems like he does it, but did he do it for the government, or did
You
he do
know
it on
what
his own?
seems weird? That all these like far-fetched things, like you say, oh, the government might have done it.
Have
Like for
you
JFK, that seems like it totally would have happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
'Cause
if you
it's
looked
like
at the
back then-
bizarre amount of coincidences between Abraham Lincoln's assassination and John F. Kennedy's assassination,
Yeah, I've seen that, but it's kind of corny.
a lot of
you
them,
got smacked.
A lot of them
You got
are really, really weird. I mean, I looked it up back when I was in high school, so maybe it seems less weird now, but at the time it seemed crazy.
I can look it
Well,
up.
high school people are pretty stupid, but you
Like,
know,
I'm
I
pretty
don't know
sure,
anything about that. What do I know about? I know about a guy that was in a hang glider, and then he wasn't tied up. You know how you're going hang gliding, and they tie you up to the person, and the person's tied up to the thing. The professional one was all like, ready to go, and the guy was tied up to him, but instead he wasn't. So when they went off, he just kind of dropped, and then he just kind of like was holding on with the one arm, and the guy was holding on to him with his arm, and they were just flying, and he couldn't let go, or else he would have like 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 feet above the fucking ground. And he didn't have anything. He was just hanging on. He was hanging on so hard that he tore his shoulder muscles, dude.
That's insane.
Or bicep muscles, was it?
Yeah, see,
Either way, it's fucking crazy.
I think this is more like just really crazy coincidence than anything. Like Abraham Lincoln was elected in Congress in 1846. John F. Kennedy was 1946. Just stuff like that. Lincoln was elected as president in 1860. Kennedy was elected president in 1960.
There's
What
stuff.
about their
There's
death,
stuff about their.
Now it gets weird. It says right
assassinations,
here, Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary was named Lincoln.
I've read this.
Both were assassinated by Southerners. Both were succeeded by Southerners named Johnson. Yeah, stuff like that.
That's weird.
Some of them get crazy.
You know what it is?
What?
They wrote this story once, and then they just wanted to make their money again with a sequel. So they just wrote the same story again, just like a little bit different.
Maybe. Yeah.
That's what they did with The Incredibles, right? I didn't see it.
I didn't watch it either.
Did you see The Incredibles? The
The
first
second one?
movie
Yeah.
was so good, and I didn't even see the second one coming out. Did you see the second one?
No, I haven't.
Oh, well, you thought...
I saw this picture on the internet, and it was a picture of John F. Kennedy, and he was like sitting in the car with his wife, and it was like, sometimes you just got to go for a drive to clear your head.
I've seen that.
And I just
You said
loved
that to me, I think, yeah.
That's horrible.
But it's so good,
That's
right?
so good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think we should, if we were to do like a podcast thing about conspiracies, like one of us does all the research, puts it together, and then we talk to them about it. Like they're the expert, like you were saying. But we're not really experts because we don't know shit. But we can act like the experts.
Yeah, we'll pretend like we're experts.
Yeah, pretend like we're experts.
We can wear like glasses and like gel
I
our
was
hair
just
back.
going to say, glasses always have experts.
And like button up
Other way
shit.
around. What?
And
What?
a briefcase.
Yeah, just look professional even though we're really not. Like I could do the
We can
JFK
have
one.
an intro.
At points, we can open up our briefcase and hand out pieces of paper. Brought these for you to look at.
Just a little briefing.
Yeah, like well, I'll do one about JFK one episode, then you can do one, for example, like 9/11.
I want to do Scientology because I don't feel like I know as much as I should.
Okay, that's a good one to do. What would
Because
you
I
do?
think those people are crazy, but I can't pin it down.
What would you
know
do,
what
Keelan?
I'm gonna do the moon landing.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. It's a classic one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean? The moon landing conspiracy?
Yeah.
Like it never happened?
Yeah. That was
Or like people think it never happened?
people
What's
believe.
the conspiracy?
You know Stanley Kubrick?
I want to do more on why we never went back. To be honest.
Not so much about like the original moon landing.
There's
I'm
a
gonna
lot of
say
stuff
we
to
did
say.
go there, but I want to talk about why we never went back.
There's so much about the original one though, like how like they thought Stanley Kubrick directed it, the fake moon landing, and then if you watch The Shining, there's like quotes like he's like hinting to it, like when he like I don't have you guys watched The Shining?
No, yes. But a long ass time ago.
Oh, well, it's just like little hints to it that like he supposedly did it. I don't know if he just put it in there to fuck with people or what, but like how Danny's wearing like the Apollo shirt, like a sweater and stuff. People are like, oh,
I
he
feel
did
like
moon landing.
that type of like a filmmaker is the type of guy that would fuck with you with that kind of shit. So
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
people believe that he did it. Like you watched.
Well, there's a couple things. Like I'm pretty sure my dad actually doesn't believe in the moon landing, and it weirds me out because I feel like I believe in the. Do you guys believe in the moon landing?
Yeah,
I believe
in
in the
it.
moon landing.
Yeah, like it happened. Like there's stuff on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
If I tried hard enough to try and get a telescope or something, I could look at it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
you
do
can
that all the
see
time.
The footprints. The thing. Actually, there's no wind on the moon, so you actually could see the footprints. But what?
The flag. Why was the flag waving?
They did a Mythbusters episode on it. You have to watch
Because
it.
it's in a vacuum.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
In a vacuum, things still move. I guess. I don't know.
Well, I guess in a vacuum. Well, I don't know.
We're not a science podcast. Let's not go there.
No, dude, let's talk about science.
I don't know anything about
I think
science.
it moved because it's made of plastic.
They did a Mythbusters
Look it up.
episode.
Why
It's
did
already
it move?
done.
Why
Okay.
the fuck did it move? I
Okay.
don't
Well,
know.
why?
Vamp for me, fuck.
Well, you know what I'm gonna talk about? I'm gonna talk about 1, 2, 3. What's 1? 1 is get baked as fuck. What's 2? 2 is go have a party. What's 3? 3 is go fucking die, asshole.
What? I don't even know what you said.
I was trying to vamp.
That got real quick.
I didn't come up with anything for a 3. You're supposed to vamp with me.
There's a lot here. I don't even want to go through it.
Well,
Summarize it. Break it
yeah,
down.
just
I
break
can't
it down.
summarize it.
Break
Give me
it
some
down.
basic points. You know what I'm saying?
How hard could it be to say, hey, it was waving because it was, or it was waving because of vacuum?
Yeah. Here. Let me see.
Yeah, you're doing this wrong.
Look at all this fucking shit that I gotta go through.
No, just go to the top or the conclusion. It was top secret project mandated by Congress in the spring of 1969.
Okay, this is not happening. Fuck this.
What were you talking about earlier?
Well, you know what?
What?
When I talk about the moon landing, I'll go over that.
Yeah.
I'll explain why the flag was moving. I'll defend that we landed there, and why we didn't go back.
You know what? There's a podcast that is called Jen and Carrie or something like that. Jack and Carrie. I forget. Anyway,
Carrie and someone.
and they try out religions or...
It says right here, sorry. The video you see from the flags moving is because the astronaut just placed it there and the inertia from when they let it go kept it moving.
Oh.
There we go. That's all I was asking for, Cam.
I had to go to a
A
different page.
basic point.
Yeah, why are you so... you want to do this whole big speech about how the flag... how you don't believe in the movement of the flag and the
I
moon
wasn't
isn't
going
real
with that.
and you believe in lizard
That's
people?
his. That's not mine. I'm JFK.
Oh, hello.
Jeez. Sorry, Mr. President.
No, what am I going to do, though? I'm going to do Scientology? I don't know. There's too much in Scientology. Why some...
9/11's a good one too.
9/11 is a good one.
That's a classic.
Those are
as well,
we should do
for
like
sure.
classics as beginning.
What do you guys think about 9/11? Straight up.
Well, it obviously happened.
No shit.
Yeah, everyone died and stuff. But you think the government didn't or not? Did the
Oh no,
government
I
do
mean
it?
like it was real. Like the
Yeah, it was
government
real.
didn't do it.
We all think it... Oh,
the
like it's
government
real?
did.
I think it was legit. You know, there was a couple of Muslims and they were up there and they're like, I am Muhammad Abdul Rashid and this is Jackass.
Oh my god.
But for real, no, I don't.
We're not coming back from that.
I'm pretty sure the government did it.
You're pretty sure the government did it? Or
Yeah.
didn't do it?
I'm like certain that the government is the ones that blew up the towers.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Because
What do
there's
you
no way
think?
you crash into a tower and it falls straight down.
That's the thing. It looked like a demolition. Like a
Right?
straight up perfect demolition. That's
How-
why it's weird.
Wouldn't the buildings, I mean, at least a little bit fall forward, you know? A bit? Like,
I don't know, man.
everything?
Well, that's what they were. I can't even remember because I watched the
Oh, I feel
document.
like wouldn't
They're
the winds
talking
just
about
tear
the-
off the plane anyways?
They're talking about the heat that came from everywhere got to the point that the metal inside the building everywhere
Was melted.
The same amount of malleable, not melted, because it could never have been melted in that heat. And never.
Yeah.
But malleable to the point that it could actually fall. Maybe fall like how it did. No, never. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was. That's why it was like if it. Yeah. What you said.
Yeah. What?
I was doing this for the camera, bro.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams. That's all I know. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying the
Jet
second
beams
airplane.
can't melt steel fuel.
Exactly that.
T-shirt. No, but yeah, man, it seems weird. It seems weird.
Gotta have
that
your
it's
mic down.
widely accepted that. Oh,
Yeah, keep your mouth to your mouth.
it seems weird that it's widely accepted. Like 50% of the people, 50-50 in the United States, Canada, whatever, like around here,
The United States of Canada. That'd
the
be
United
so
States,
weird.
Canada. You know what I mean. People
understand.
in North America think that it either happened because of the government or it either happened because the Muslims or whatever the fuck.
Aren't those the two options?
Yeah, but I'm saying it's crazy that it's 50-50 and nobody did anything about it.
You know, I mean, I don't even believe that fucking
The mic is over there.
sorry. I don't even believe that fucking the hell's the turban guy's name? Osama bin Laden, that he even existed.
He was just a nice guy.
Well, no, I don't think he was real. I think he was just made up by the U.S. government. And
I think it's weird that Al Qaeda was made up by the United States.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like entirely, because
and they gave him guns and all that.
if they had killed him, why would they throw his body overboard?
They did do that.
Yeah, allegedly. You'd bring his fucking body back, man.
Yeah,
Think of all the people that he
you'd be
killed.
like, "Woo,
You'd be
this guy."
parading his head through the fucking streets for Christ's
That
sake.
whole thing
Like,
was weird, man. That whole thing
you
was
wouldn't
weird.
just throw him over the side of the boat. Oh, there we go. There's that guy.
Hey, do you think we're gonna get a nice president after? In America,
You think
after
they are
Trump?
going to get a nice president? Well, maybe. They'll probably just vote him in again.
I wouldn't be surprised.
There's so many
I
people
wouldn't
that
be
love him.
surprised either, but holy fuck, I think he's getting less supporters now, right? Like he has to be. Like the people
I
that
don't
are Trump
know.
supporters
I mean-
know he's a fucking liar.
No,
they have to know.
He's just
lying.
bullshitting everything, right?
Yeah,
like
but they
everything.
Dude,
But
they find
it's
any reason.
concrete.
They find any reason to justify his actions. Did you see how many people supported that the wall GoFundMe?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god, I'm gonna look it up right now while you guys talk.
Well, I heard that the CEO stopped that GoFundMe to make it on his own or whatever or something like
Yeah,
that.
but it just goes to show how many people are supporting him. It's
I
kind
don't
of
know.
crazy.
It's crazy. Like, I mean,
I
anytime.
think more people hate Mexicans than support Trump.
That's
Like
probably
I
Look,
think
it's
there's a lot
got-
of racist.
It's got
people over there.
$20 million people have donated to this wall out of 1 billion, which is like nothing compared to that. But still, it's a lot of money to donate. That could have gone to something fucking useful.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
insane.
God.
$20 million.
$20 million for a fucking wall. You know what?
There's your
what's the-
homeless solution right there.
Who's the cartel? You know what's the cartel? The latest one from Mexico.
I don't know.
Guzman?
I don't know the names.
The cartel is good enough for me.
Okay, well, it was like the big one, the guy that kept on getting out of jail.
Gus Fring.
Yes, him. Oh,
Anyway.
fuck, that took me a minute.
How did he get out of jail? You say it's he just like paced around in his cell for like a couple days being there or some shit like that, and then you hear loud banging, like around the corner or something like that. Then you see him go and peek around the corner, and then he never comes back. That's it. They made a whole tunnel all the way to under his cell, like in a couple days, took him out of there. And nobody cared apparently because they just didn't even want to help.
Fucking
And then-
Shawshank Redemption shit.
Yeah, and then he was in the tunnel, and it wasn't like a shitty tunnel. It was lit. It was air conditioned,
Lit.
and it had a motorcycle in
It's
it,
lit.
so you could go.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there was a doobie waiting on his motorcycle. He got there, had a puff, and took off.
Man, he probably had two ladies around him.
You know
too.
what we should talk about too?
Probs.
Have you guys ever had any like ghost experiences?
My point was that the wall won't work.
Yeah, the wall's
dude,
not gonna work.
definitely. You want to hear the spookiest ghost experience? Like, I
Should we do
never
it-
really.
Should we do it now or should we save it for another time?
What, the wall?
No, the fucking ghosts.
Oh fuck!
Ghosts.
I'm good either way because I'll remember this story. It is
I guess this is a test one. We can always go back to it later.
What do you mean ghosts?
okay.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about ghosts.
I'm gonna get water.
Anything supernatural, dude. Will you grab me water?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I never really believed in ghosts. Do you want me to wait until you get back?
No, man, I'm still being recorded
Okay.
and everything.
He's talking over there on the microphone.
I never believed in ghosts until this happened. Okay, I was-
when was this?
3-4 years ago.
Okay, so
I guess.
fairly recent then.
Yeah, fairly recently. I was working at Pet Mania, which is where I was working just before I
It's
started.
like right down the street from you, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. And so I was standing right in front of the door, and there
I
was
think I heard
me
this actually. Yeah.
and
go
my
ahead.
manager and a sales rep there. And we're all talking to each other, right? Just shooting the shit or whatever. We had dealt with all the sales rep crap, and so now we're just swapping stories or whatever. And this lady walks in. We're all, oh, hey, how's it going? Whatever. And I'm like, oh, do you need a hand? And she's, no, I'm good. And we're like, okay. So we keep talking, and I watch her walk down into the cat section, leave the cat section, walk into the small animal section, walk around, and then walked right between all three of us. We're all standing in a triangle. She walks right through us and into the back of the store. And we never fucking saw
Like
her
right
again.
through you, like between you, or like
Yeah,
through
like
you.
right. No,
Between you
like
guys.
like right between, I guess. Right in the middle of us.
Yeah.
And walks into the back of the store. We never fucking saw her again.
Wait, you all
Like,
saw her then?
We all saw her. She
Wait,
came
have you
in
looked
the
at
store.
Is there security cameras?
Yeah, security cameras.
There was not at that time. There
Oh.
is now, but there wasn't then.
Is that why you got some? You were like, fucking ghost, man.
Nah, our
Gonna get
boss
a
put him in
fuck
later.
on YouTube hit, man.
But it was crazy. Like, we all walked around the whole store, and we're all like, hey, we all fucking saw her. We were all standing in front of the door, and all of the doors are on chimes. So if she had walked out of any of the other doors in the store, we would have heard
Ding.
it. Right? Yeah, it would have been ding dong. Nothing.
I've always wanted to have a really scary ghost experience, but I've never have. Like, I don't even believe in ghosts anymore at
was
this point because it's
spooky,
like
man.
not enough has happened.
Do you remember my ghost stories?
Yeah, yours were good. Like, you had the one with the kid sitting on you, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's good. Like, the most ghost thing I've ever had to me was like I was sitting and watching South Park with my dad one time, and a radio turned on that had no batteries in it, and then that was it. And that was like, oh,
That's
shit.
still fucking creepy.
It was creepy, but it wasn't as visceral, I guess. It was kind of like just...
Wait, what
I
happened?
did tell you that me and my sister saw the same lady too, though, right?
Yeah, it's just like a radio turned on, like while I was watching TV, and it was like one of those radios that had like it was battery powered, like a tiny one. I don't think it had batteries in it at the time, but it turned on one time.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was weird, but it wasn't like enough to make me go like, holy fuck, you know?
That would be weird, though.
I'd be like, whoa, it's like there's a ghost.
It's just not as visceral. I didn't see anything.
Watching
Like I
TV.
heard, like it just wasn't enough for me. I don't know. But yours were weird.
Mine were weird. I think it was weird that I told my parents a couple times about this, and I was like, all scared and stuff.
You had like a fever
And
or
then
something, right?
Oh yeah, there was a couple different things. When I was a kid, I used to get fevers, which I don't think I was possessed. But now that I think about it, I might have just been possessed. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I remember you were talking about how you had like a fever once and you woke up, or like you were like hallucinating and you saw like a kid sitting on you or some shit.
Oh no, I was just sleeping that one time. I probably told you about my hallucinations the same time though. I used to have really bad fevers and I would hallucinate and I wouldn't know where I was and stuff. But it's probably supposed to be me just being a stupid kid being sick all the time. The one that was weird was that I woke up and I couldn't move, and then I looked up and then there was a kid just kind of like laying across my feet
Okay.
and like over top of the covers, and he was just sleeping there, and I couldn't move my feet, and I didn't want to move because I felt that it was heavy and I didn't want to wake him up. So I just kind of looked away for a long ass time into the ceiling, and then he disappeared. But he was there the first couple times I looked up, which was fucking weird. Oh, and then me and my sister, like 5, 6, 7 years after leaving Mexico, we described the same lady that we saw in that place.
That's always a weird thing when
That was the weird thing, that we just like either, I don't really believe in ghosts, so it's either we probably just saw the same scary movie or some shit, but we both either way imagined the same lady that we would see periodically within like once a month kind of thing around the house.
Is that often?
Like that. Yeah, it happened all the time.
That's fucking weird.
It happened all the time, and I remember my mom and my dad saying it was a really fucking creepy house. And then we also lived really close to, like, across the street from a cemetery. I always thought something like that had something to do with it. And it was also really scary because it was in Tijuana, Mexico, which was really sketchy. And every night we would hear police and, like, fucking fire marshals or whatever going over the mountain to the sketchy side. Because we were at the top of the mountain, and there was a city at the bottom of that one, and then it was sketchy over there. They were basically like mud huts and
That's crazy, dude.
tents and shit. But like permanent tents, you know what I mean? Like tin roofs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the heck are those like teepee things called? I might not be thinking of the right thing. I'm thinking of a yurt.
I don't know if it's like here, but lots of like mud, like shitty cement houses with tin roofs.
I really want to
Like
have an
Adobe?
experience like that though. Like I love to just walk.
Flash.
I think the woods are freaky. Have you guys just
PDF.
walked in the woods just by yourself? It's kind of like a weird feeling at the same time, isn't it? Is there always like a feeling like something's gonna like pop out? Do you ever get that when you're walking in the woods by yourself?
I don't like
Dude, I
walking in
don't
the woods
walk
by
around
myself,
in the woods by
man.
myself. Are you crazy?
I do.
I used to do that, but not anymore, man.
I used
feel
to do it
weird
all the
doing
time.
that
It was my
now.
job to do that. So I was like
Oh,
always
I guess
expected
so.
something to like just pop out. Like the first time I did it, like I was like nervous. I remember I lost my keys, like in the woods. I was having a picnic with Marnie, and we were like it was like deep in the woods on the river. And I was like, we went back, and like the next day I realized that my keys were gone, so I had to like walk into the woods by myself and go find them.
Shit.
That was like the first time I went in the woods there by myself, and I was like super fucking terrified. Like I knew, like I felt like Bigfoot was just gonna walk out or something and eat me.
Dude,
Man, it's scary. Or like, we're grown men. We're adults. We can watch scary movies, and if we're sleeping
don't,
alone,
but yeah.
well. If you do watch a scary movie, well, I don't know if you've had the feeling before, or just anything creepy overall. You just like, that exists. It's a monster. It's no, monsters don't exist. Then you go to bed and then you look over at your dresser, and it's like it looks exactly like that thing you were imagining, and you look at it and you go like, I know that's my dresser.
For me, when I watch,
but you have to turn on the lights for a second because it's like I knew
that doesn't happen to me. But like every time I watch a scary movie by myself or something, I'll not go near mirrors or windows. I'll stay the fuck away from mirrors and windows, and when I go to bed, I try to keep my feet away from the bottom of the bed, so I can just like jump to my bed.
That's like a whole different side of being sketched out.
I can never ever have my feet hanging over the edge of my bed,
dude.
like ever.
Me
Like
neither.
they have to be on my bed, otherwise I'm like,
And have blankets over them too. But same
I
thing.
never had that.
Mirrors freak me the fuck out because I always think like what if my reflection is watching me, like,
Dude,
and I don't even.
I always
realize
wonder that. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. What if that's like another world?
Yeah, like what if I'm like looking at myself and then I turn around and he doesn't turn around and he's just looking at me and I turn around and it's just normal again.
Or
you know?
what if we're?
How would you ever find out? Who cares? You know what I mean?
You ever seen that video of the Asian girl that does that and like her face stays?
Yeah, well, that's just like a video Photoshop.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I mean. Like that scares the shit out of me. That kind of stuff.
That video scared me when I was little.
Have you ever done Bloody Mary?
Yeah, I remember doing that.
I've never done that.
Me neither.
Fucking spooky.
I remember talking about it when I learned about it, probably in high school sometime, and we were having a couple of drinks with a couple of friends, and they were like, "Oh, it's this thing," and I was like, "Oh, okay," and I just went and did it. Nothing happened, so I guess it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it was totally like one of those, like those teenagers beginning of the scary movie, Bloody Mary doesn't exist. I'll just do it right now.
we should get a Ouija board.
Scary movie.
We should get a Ouija board.
Dude, fuck that.
Man, Amanda's deathly scared of Ouija boards.
We should get her and do a Ouija board podcast.
I'm down. Are you down? You want to do a Ouija board podcast? Probably not.
Actually, Ouija boards, like there's in the stand, which you just got in the book, there's a part with a Ouija board, which kind of like takes off the whole thing, sort of.
That's cool.
It says it kind of explains part of the story later, but it's really, really kind of creepy. There's like one scary part in the book. Yeah, he's got a book to read.
I got a book to listen to.
Yeah.
Cool.
Too lazy to read. I can't read.
Well, you can listen to it in the car on your way to work or back. It's like perfect.
Actually, that is perfect. I have a lot of listening time.
You don't have to you don't have to sit there and read. You can like do other shit, which is like so good about audiobooks. It's fucking great.
Yeah, I watch shows and then I do shit. Put my headset on and do shit.
Yeah, but it's like if you go out somewhere, it's like if I go for a walk, I have a book on or like whatever.
Fair enough.
I want to find a podcast on something cool that'll keep me updated on news or politics or something like that. I feel like I should know more.
I just don't care
I
anymore.
want to find some funny
totally
podcasts with funny people, but
Tell him Steve Dave.
There's a couple of those. Tell him Steve Dave is funny, but I didn't get that much into it. I think you really like the official podcast.
yeah.
Yeah, they're just your type of humor, I think.
Did you watch Impractical Jokers?
Some of it. I don't know. After a while, it just kind of felt like the same old thing. You know.
Yeah, but
you go to a different store, they do the same shit.
But you know Q, right, from the show Q.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on Tell Him Steve Dave, which is one of my favorite podcasts. But
They're all really
we've,
funny guys.
We've been on it kind of like one of our songs was on it, so his voice has been on the podcast.
I've been on the podcast. I've been on Tell him Steve Dave.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
you're a fucking famous
Climbing hands.
podcaster.
Yeah, I made podcast music. Mic level 60. Should I change that?
Just leave it how it is, unless you're peeking too much.
Am I peeking? No, I'm fine.
Just leave it how it is then, so I don't have to fucking edit it later.
All right, no, you know what I mean? We should probably end this soon. It's been 43 minutes.
Oh shit, not by fast.
That did go by fast.
This is almost like the normal length of a podcast. We're never going to listen to this now, if we don't keep it under an hour.
No, that's
So
true.
let's talk about one more thing, and you know what I mean?
And F off.
Call it right. What do we want to talk about? We could talk about anything.
That's daunting. That's the worst part about it. We should come up with like a list of things that we need to talk about.
That's exactly what we need to do.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like
Come up with a bunch
the
of
conversation
ideas.
should definitely flow.
Yeah,
Like
but
maybe
as
ideas.
we get
but
better at it, we'll have like a list and be like,
we don't
we're
want to
gonna
push an agenda.
we
you
don't
know
want
what
to
I mean?
lead it this way, kind of want to lead it into this direction. We don't have
That's
to,
what I don't want. I don't want to lead
We
it
should just have a
anywhere. I don't
whole
want to
list
have
of
a
ideas,
finishing.
and then if we end up at a point where we're not sure where to go, we can like take a look and then kind of try to naturally turn the conversation towards
that's what I'm
something
saying.
else.
Yeah, it's like a segue.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Something
I guess
to
that's what
consider.
normal podcasts is.
That's what they all do, pretty much. Is that they have topics that they want to bring up. Because right now we're just kind of floundering a little bit at some points.
Yeah, we're like fishes
Yeah,
over
well,
here.
it's just like these parts get cut out, right?
Yeah, Cam, if you were any good at fucking editing, we wouldn't
How
have to
about
worry
you
about
get
it,
your
okay?
ass editing, you bitch.
It would be easier if we had multiple camera angles so I could make it look seamless, but
Oh my god, whatever.
Something you don't have. But
Got him.
God,
Did we do the clap with that
Yeah.
setup? Okay, that's cool.
that's why we did the clap.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought we did it for the mics, but
Idiot. No, we can hear each other's on everybody's mics. Probably, right?
Yeah, definitely.
If it's not synced up, you'll hear it because there'll be two of me.
It's gonna take me a bit
That
because
would be
Martin,
annoying.
Martin fucked up. He fucking
Yeah.
paused his mic by accident.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey.
so that's gonna
Nobody
be a
says
bitch.
that fucking up is a bad thing. You know what I mean?
True that. True that.
All right, let's cut this bitch.
All right, well, that was
All
our
right,
first
this is
attempt
Anthony
at
Backflip signing off.
I wish you were dead, dude.
There goes our first attempt at a fucking porn.
I'm out. We'll do some. Next porn will be.
Next porn, dude. Bend over, Martin.
It was not a very good porn, not gonna lie.
That was a
Our
terrible
next porn
porn.
will be way more sexy. We'll talk about like politics, and history.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, we're done.
Okay, so there goes the first attempt. Fuck it.
Fuck you.